The year was 2019. Game Freak just sold millions of copies of a game about two funny dogs, a big worm with a big hand, and two guys with bad haircuts. And quietly, almost sneakily, they deleted over 100 moves from the Pokémon franchise. Among these included Pulverizing Pancake, Let's Snuggle Forever. Other moves that were removed were staples of the series like Return, Hidden Power, Flash, Dragon Rage, and even Bubble. Now there's no definitive reason given as to why these were all removed, but some think it could be due to the moves being outclassed, irrelevant, obscure, or just plain bad. I think plenty on this giant list likely would fall under the move bad category, and I even tested my thinking out by playing Pokemon Fire Red by using Bite Only, which did in fact check out.
Don't hit yourself.
And that's when I got a comment on my Bide Only video by Ananiorb. Ananiorb, you fool. Sure, I won't do Constrict and Bubble Only.
But you didn't even consider dropping Bubble. You didn't even think I would use only Constrict. And I'm going to do it without any healing items in battle. And you know what? Let's do it in Pokemon Sapphire to make it harder. Is that crazy enough for you?
Let's talk about Constrict. It's a normal type attack with 10 base power and a 10% chance to lower speed. It's not just bad, it's f***ing dog shit. In fact, I would rather run Splash as my only move just to give myself the incentive to only use Struggle. It crits? I beg your pardon, is it gonna beat me with Struggle? Which at least has a higher base power and can hit ghost types. Constrict might be the worst damaging move in Pokemon history. And before I get into the meat and potatoes here, I do want to mention, I really think some crazy things happened during this run. I'm challenging you to hit like or subscribe if you see anything that surprises you during this playthrough. And if not, I mean, you don't gotta do nothing. I'm not your dad. Do whatever you want, I just appreciate it. I boot up Pokemon Sapphire and rescue this portly middle-aged man with a chin strap and flip-flops from a feral dog. But now I got a big question. Which starter do I pick? Well, let's consider the first major threat in the challenge, Roxanne. Roxanne uses rock types, a type that resists Constrict. And Constrict already hits like a wet tissue when it's not being resisted, so how do I beat her? Well, simple. Unless I want to go to level 100, I can't. It's impossible. The run is over. Or at least I can't by attacking alone. I'll have to somehow stall out her whole team to give me enough time to take some kills. Not a good strategy per se, but it at least helps me decide on a starter. Torchic's out immediately. It's fragile and rock types crush the chicken. Trico is also too frail. It wouldn't last long enough to stall anything out here or even later in the game. But Mudkip. Now Mudkip has potential. It's got a little bit of bulk. And once it evolves into Marshtomp, it actually resists rock type moves, making it the correct choice. But I can't pat myself on the back just yet. No, I grind Mudkip up to level 8 and head into the rival fight with May. And it's way closer than it should be. Oh, this run's gonna be brutal. Oh no. So it's already clear. Mudkip by itself won't be enough. My first thought was Poochyena. It's weak now, but when it evolves into Mightyena, it gets Intimidate, an ability that cuts the enemy's attack every time it switches in. But even then, I still don't think that's enough. So I think about it and set my eyes on a little freak available to us before Gym 1, Nincada. When Nincada evolves, you get Ninjask, a bug and flying type. Arguably one of the worst possible Pokemon to bring into a rock type gym. But here's the thing. If you evolve Nincada with an open slot in your party, you also get Shedinja, a 1 HP carcass with the ability Wonder Guard, making it completely immune to any move that isn't super effective. Now you might be thinking, Chris, Rock is still super effective against Bug. This idea is fucking brain dead. And my answer to that is yes. But I'm not trying to fight Roxanne's team with Shedinja. I'm trying to confuse it. If I can manipulate the AI into targeting Shedinja with moves that can't hit it, I might be able to pull this thing off. So my plan was locked in. I grabbed a Zigzagoon for the pickup ability in order to scavenge items like rare candies or spare change while I slowly lose my mind. Then, your ID is 69. Wait, no way. I got 69. I I don't know if this means good luck or bad luck, if we're gonna be real here. On my way to Rustboro City, I smelled something funky about this challenge. In double battles, Constrict doesn't show up on my second Pokemon's moveset? Oh, wait. I have an issue I have not considered on the code. I don't have the RAM values for the second Pokemon in the double battle. This is strictly just worse for us. Matter of fact, I'm just going to switch back and forth. Good thing it's not Emerald then, because we're not required to do any double battles except for Tate and Liza. I'm going to have to figure out a solution for that when that comes around. Meaning if I ever attack with my second Pokemon, my run is invalid. Not a huge issue. I just rotated them in and out. But remember that, because it's going to matter later. Next, I caught a Shroomish, mainly for Effect Spore, which has a 10% chance to inflict poison, paralysis, or sleep when it gets hit. And finally, I got my little buggy friend Ninkata, the linchpin of my stupid plan. Then I did what any rational person would do, spending the entire first stream grinding in Petalburg Woods. What is happening in this run, man? We're like only a couple hours into the game here. At this point, this is no challenge run. This is a fucking fever dream. The next stream, I spent another 45 minutes or so grinding some more until I felt ready to take on the first gym. Roxanne has Geodude and Nosepass in Sapphire, both armed with Rock Throw and Rock Tomb, which means imminent death for Shedinja. So here's the plan. First, I rotate between Marshtomp and Mightyena over and over until Roxanne's Pokemon are at -6 attack. Then I toss in Ninjask. Not to fight, but to bait out their rock-type moves. Slowly, they run out of PP, and once their rock moves are gone, Shedinja makes its big fat reveal. 1 HP, no defenses, but now completely unkillable. And its immunity lets me finally land enough Constricts to bring them down. It takes forever, but it works. Oh, that's Gym 1, baby! Only took like close to 8 hours. You always pick such easy challenges. Thanks, I only spent 2 streams doing this. And somehow, I've just beaten Roxanne using one of the worst moves in the entire game. We can do this. But shortly after Brawly beat my ass. Oh my days. So I skipped him to get some other Pokemon and try May, who also beat my ass. Okay, how do we deal with that? Huh. It's like Constrict is bad or something. May's whole team can hit Shedinja, and Grovyle knows Pursuit, which is worse because it hits Shedinja as it tries to switch out. So my ace in the hole was more like an ass with a hole. At that point, I ended the stream and just punched myself in the head continuously until my brain started to work. I caught a Rayquaza and spent another entire stream grinding. After slamming my dome against the monitor for 4 straight hours, I somehow beat May. Not really with a plan, maybe more with like vibes. I don't know. We win! Huh? Breloom ended up being my Grovyle answer. It resists Absorb and Pursuit, and that's about it. That's good enough. But beating May was an actual game changer. Grinding with Constrict takes forever, man. Even wild battles feel like huge boss fights. So reaching Mauville City and unlocking the daycare was enormous. For the first time, I could level up without melting my brain into a puddle of battery acid. I went back to Brawly with some fresh new Pokemon. I stalled out Makuheda's knockoffs, and once those were gone, Shedinja cleaned things up. Then came Watson, and only his Voltorb could hit Shedinja, so once that thing died or whatever, Shedinja mopped up again. Shedinja was the MVP, but let's be honest here. Looking at future battles, surely that's not gonna last. So I started planning ahead, just in case my little ghost cicada could not carry me in its backpack any longer. I caught a Roselia, not because it's good. It's not. It's really not good. But it does have Poison Point, which lets me spread status without relying entirely on Constrict. Then I grabbed a couple slugs. Their flame body can burn opponents, which not only racks up damage, but also cuts their attack in half. Essentially, I was assembling a team of clowns, walking side effects. If I couldn't hit hard, I'd just make everything around me slowly fall apart, kinda like my car in high school. I also picked up a couple Skarmories. They're bulky, they're useful, and they're freaking cool. On paper, the team was coming together. Passive damage, status spam, stall options. Things were looking up, but none of that prepared me for the next major threat. Hiker Trent, a completely optional trainer that I couldn't stop running into. And instead of going, oh, damn it! Oh, that's... 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 Damn Okay, but that's not the only roadblock. Archie was also about to be a nightmare. His team, Mightyena, Golbat, and Sharpedo, all had dark or flying moves, making Shedinja completely useless. I tried using Flame Body strats to stall out each of these Pokemon, but Sharpedo sets up Focus Energy and then just spams crits with Slash. It tears through my entire team like a big-ass paper towel. Between Trent and Archie, I took L after L after L, and I was getting upset, so I had to go back to the drawing board. Thing is,
Sharpedo
can't be stalled out. It has to be dealt with fast, or it just destroys me. Can crit. This is the worst day ever. And Constrict isn't fast, or strong, or generally a good move. I could burn all my PP and go for Struggle, but that felt like a last resort play. So instead, I built a new plan. Silk, Scarf, Slaking. Slaking has an attack stat that rivals legendaries. And maybe that can make Constrict kind of somewhat a little bit even a touch good. So I spent another stream grinding to make it happen. I Poison Stall the Mightyena. Cute Charm stalled the Golbat, I guess. And then Slaking only hits around 30% to Sharpedo, which comparatively is like Hyper Beam for this run, okay? This works. I think we win. I think we're gonna win. I think we win. I'm not gonna show the foot again. Yes! With our Slaking on the loose, I beat Flannery first try. Oh! What? We also beat Norman using 2 birds, a flower, 2 slugs, and a goblin. Oh, and by the way, if you want to see full versions of these key battles, members have access to a playlist with all of them, or you can check out the VODs on the live tab. Come on. We still have a lot of Constricts left. It's going for Focus Punch here. We're faster. It's Slack. It loafs. We win! We win! Things were finally moving. Sure, I was only completing 1 gym per stream, but hey, that's better than 1 gym every 2 streams. Next up was Winona, and with her, a new problem reared its big, ugly hulking noggin. Set up Pokemon. I had little tricks to stall most of her team. It actually felt more like solving a puzzle than battling. But her Altaria? That big-ass bird got Dragon Dance. Man! And there was no world I could outpace it using just Constrict. So the plan was to bait a Flame Body burn by forcing attacks into Shedinja. If I could get it burned fast, great! If not, I'd probably lose on the spot. Hours go by. And finally, the burns landed just right. If we get a quick burn on this, we can win. We can win. We have a Citrus Berry. Even if it Hyper Potions, we win. Let's go, baby! We got it! We got it! I got to walk away with a big fat George W. After slapping around some Team Aqua weenies, I made my way to Moss Deep City, home of the 7th gym, and my first double battle. Wait, didn't I do a double battle? I did. Wait, yeah. In the first one, because oh no, I forgot. That means, against Tate and Liza, this is officially a 2-on-1 battle. Dear f***ing God. My original plan was to bring in 2 Absol for pressure stalling, but in double battles, the AI picks random targets each turn, so that's cool. Even if I knew what move was coming, I had no idea who it was gonna hit. Even worse, Lunatone and Solrock don't make contact. So no Poison Point, no Flame Body. All my usual strategies were useless. But I had one more secret Constrict strategy up my sleeve. One I haven't revealed yet. A method so dumb, so irresponsibly stupid. Very few, if any, have dared to even attempt it. And somehow, it just might work. I caught Corphish, Vulpix, Spoink, and Ralts. Dark types were key. Lunatone literally can't touch them. Grumpig is especially bulky with thick fat, so it walls most of Tate and Liza's team. And Ninetales is also bulky, plus Flash Fire eats Solrock's flamethrower for free. But then there's Gardevoir. Why Gardevoir? For my secret Chris Piché ultimate forbidden gamble jutsu, synchronize burn stall. Let me lay it out for you. Let's say Solrock uses flamethrower while Gardevoir's on the field. Roughly 50% of the times that it's used, it's gonna hit Gardevoir. 10% of the time that this happens, it burns. And then synchronize activates, meaning Solrock gets burned. And that's it. That's That's the whole strat. It's kind of fucking stupid, but on my 5th attempt, I pulled it off. To win this fight legally, I need 3 Pokemon alive when Solrock goes down. Specifically 2 dark types. So Lunatone can't attack, and Magcargo to burn it with Flame Body when it starts using Struggle. If I drop below 3 Pokemon, I'd be forced to attack with someone who doesn't have Constrict, and the run would be invalid. And things started falling apart fast after that burn. Gardevoir went down first. I chipped away at Solrock, finally dragging it into the red, only for it to heal, so I pressed on. Grumpig held on by a thread, barely alive, and then Solrock healed again. What the f***? Grumpig went down, and Solrock healed a 3rd time. What the hell, man? Now I'm scrambling. I'm getting low on Pokemon. My Absol, one of the 2 dark types I need to survive, gets burned, and the strategy really starts unraveling. Time's running out, but finally Solrock goes down, and it should feel like a win, but it doesn't, because with Absol burning to death, the Chris Piché Gambit is collapsing. This battle might be completely unwinnable. At least that's what I thought. But then I realized Lunatone was out of attacking moves. The stall plan actually worked. I started switching around, waiting for it to start struggling. Its final, desperate move. And when it finally did, it hit Crawdaunt, knocking me down to 2 Pokemon left, which was a problem. Not just because I needed it to hit Magcargo, but because my second Pokemon can't use Constrict. If Ninetales attacks even once, the entire run ends. The only thing left to do was pray. Pray that Struggle hits Magcargo, pray that Flame Body activates, and pray that Lunatone burns itself to death while I chuck Pokeballs at it with Ninetales, doing absolutely nothing. If I run out of balls, the run's invalid. If I have to use my Master Ball, well, I would just be real dang sad about that. And then, finally, Struggle hit Magcargo. Flame Body procced. Lunatone was burned, and I started throwing ball after ball down to the last few in the bag, and I made it out okay. This is such a silly fucking ending. This is such a silly fucking ending. We only use Constrict in this household. Fuck you, Lunatone. Fuck you. Goodbye. Goodbye, man. Man, that fucking sucked. My brain is so dang sore from all the thinking I'd done been doing. So I laid in bed, rubbing my darn temples for a couple days before coming back to the challenge. Fortunately, the Archie rematch is much easier this time, and I catch a big stinky blue fish for fun, since I don't think it's actually going to be that useful in this challenge. Next up was Wallace, and I was really wishing I had access to a water-absorbed Pokemon, but wait, then it dawned on me. Nothing on his team could touch Shedinja, and that's even better. I walked into the 8th gym, and I beat it on my first try. Our early game MVP, Shedinja, took one final victory lap and retired. No big speech. No fanfare. Thank you for your duty, my strange little bug friend. From this point on, the random trainers, the Elite Four, whoever came next, nothing was going to be easy again. But I wasn't alone, because a new MVP had stepped up. A piping hot snail with a crusty shell and a dream. Magcargo was ready to carry this run on its very gross, very flammable back. Victory Road lived up to its name. Not because I was victorious, but because every step felt like a dirty kitchen and I was a Roomba slamming into the stove head first over and over. I pushed through challenge after challenge, mentally preparing for the climactic showdown with Wally. Only to get absolutely fucking bodied by a guy named Cool Trainer Edgar, who only had a cacturn. Turns out Leech Seed plus Feint Attack is basically, a war crime against my entire strategy. Leech Seed stalls my stall, and Feint Attack doesn't make contact for some reason, so no Poison Point, no Flame Body, nothing. Ironically, Feint Attack was also removed from the game, and it's been giving me problems all over this stupid run. It took dozens of tries. I think I can stall it out. Never mind, it used spikes, we're doomed. And some deeply f***ed up team building just to beat one guy with a cactus. Get a crit. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can do it. Oh! The cactus is gone! It's gone! With Edgar finally out of the way, I could get back to the real problem, Wally. And I knew this was going to be a nightmare, so I did some off-stream team building. I wanted the most defensive and most offensive Pokemon I could legally use, so I picked up a max attack IV, Guts Swellow, and for defense, I grabbed Registeel. And then as a backup, I also got Regice, just in case of potential special attacks. I do a reset, This is my 4th try at trying to catch Regice, who I don't even know if I'm going to use. Huh? Excuse me? Wait for it. What? What? I was not ready. Where's my camera? What? It is full odds. It's full odds. But I was trying to use Droomish because I was like, oh, eventually it'll hit it, it'll fall asleep, and I'll get lucky and catch it because I have like 4 Ultra Balls or something. A shiny Regice? Yeah, we get it, Chris. Kidding me. It hits me with a contact move. And it gets poisoned. Oh my god, okay. Which is horrible. It's the worst thing that could happen here because now it's on a timer. Which is, you shouldn't be too surprised if you use a Breloom here, but this wasn't part of the plan running into a shiny. Please. 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 And oh, what's this? Yeah, baby. Oh my god. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I got it. Word. Okay, in this run, I got the ID number 69 and 3 shinies. And I haven't even used the shinies. In fact, spoiler alert, I can't even use the shinies in this run. The universe is sending me pure gold, and I'm only allowed to fight with wet pool noodles. I am in so much pain. Let's talk about the problem with Wally. Wally's team is all over the place. 2 setup sweepers, a leech seed staller, and a cute charm Delcatty with assist. A move that lets it pull any move from any of its teammates at random. There's no easy way to prepare for all that. It's a mess. It's a mess. And if I get unlucky with Flame Body, I straight up lose. So it took 21 tries. Step 1 was Altaria. I wanted it to use Dragon Dance a few times until it felt confident enough to start throwing out aerial aces. Once it started attacking, I swapped to Macargo, hoping for a Flame Body burn, and it landed. That opened the door for Registeel to come in and slowly stall Altaria out. But the timing mattered. Right before Altaria fainted, I swapped in Claydol, which was just enough to bait Wally into sending Roselia out next. From there, it was sort of a balancing act. Registeel and Skarmory had to chip down Roselia without getting overwhelmed by Leech Seed. If one took the seed, I swapped to the other, over and over, trading seeds. Eventually, Roselia's HP dropped low enough, so Gyarados came in and cleaned it up. Then Wally sent out Magneton. I had to stall this one, swapping between Gyarados and Claydol, dodging electric-type moves, softening the impact of Tri-Attack, just hoping I didn't get burned or frozen in the process. When it finally ran out of PP, I brought Macargo back in, and all I needed was one Flame Body burn. Just one Flame Body burn. Just one. Anytime now. Just one. Just what the f***? 16 times it avoided Flame Body. That's a 1 in 1,003 chance. But whatever. It's dead. It's dead. Whatever. Delcatty was next. And Delcatty spams Assist. And there's no way to prepare for it. No predicting it. No stalling it safely. It's just luck. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to explain. I'll let the clip play because it's kind of nuts. Delcatty has way too much RNG, man. Good crit. Not the 2 double teams, man. Come on with that. Just use Aerial Ace, please, and get a burn. Please. Don't feint attack. Oh my god. Okay, we're hitting it. That's good. No Leech Seed. That's good. Don't show me Thunderbolt. Do not show me Thunderbolt. I do not want to see Thunderbolt. Not the 3 double teams. What is this luck? Our bird can't hit these. Our bird will never hit these 4 double teams. Oh no, it's gonna be over again. It's over. I need like a bunch of big crits. That's the only 5 double teams, man. I would have taken a Thunderbolt over those last 3 double teams. This is torture. This is just torture. It's max evasion. Wait a minute. I've almost stalled it out. It's stalled out. I can only charm and sing. There's an actual chance. Will it die to recoil for Claydol? If it dies to recoil here, I can win. I hit? I hit twice? I can't get cute charmed. No, it's not taking like any damage from struggle. Okay, wait. It dies. It's coming down to rolls right now. It's all down to high rolls. I'm free! It was time. I caught everything I needed. I grinded every single Pokemon to where they needed to be. I gathered berries, items, backup plans, everything. I was ready for the Elite Four. I faced Sidney, slammed on the gas, and wrapped my car around a damn tree. All that prep, all that planning, and I couldn't even make it past the first damned guy. Never in my life have I struggled with Sidney. Even when I was 6 years old, mashing buttons with a level 60 Swampert, Sidney was nothing. I built team after team after team after team, and nothing was working. And the issue wasn't just beating him. I could build a team that countered him specifically, but if I did that, I'd fall apart against the rest of the Elite Four. Every choice had consequences. Every team member was a gamble. And for once, the guy with 5 dark types and a stupid little red cowlick on his bald ass forehead was scary. After 11 attempts, I finally put together a team that felt right. Not good, not safe, but right. I had a sumo wrestler, a crawfish, 2 snails, a big bird, and an Iron Titan. It was the weirdest squad I think I've ever brought to Evergrande City. And somehow, it was perfect. Mighty Yenna went down to Flame Body. It took a couple tries, but once it was burned, it was not a threat. Shiftry ran out of moves. I just rotated between Hariyama and Crawdon until it started struggling, and Flame Body took care of the rest. Sharpedo went the same way. Played around Surf, waited for the burn, and then it was Cacturne, and then Absol. All of them cooked alive. All of them slowly chipped away until they went down. If you haven't noticed, there's a pattern going on here. Constrict just wasn't doing it anymore. These Pokemon were too bulky, too resistant, and unfortunately for me, nothing in this game resists normal moves better than
Ghost types.
Phoebe presents 2 major problems. Number 1, Constrict doesn't hit Ghost types, so I literally can't touch any of her Pokemon. And number 2, her team only has 1 contact move, and that's it, which means I cannot rely on Flame Body to wear them down. No status, no stall, nothing. But I saw this coming. Before the Sidney fight, I went through every Pokemon on my team and calculated their PP down to the move. Most of them went into Phoebe's fight with no usable attacks left, which means I wouldn't be using Constrict anymore. I'd be using the lack of Constrict. Struggle. Her first Pokemon, Dusclops, has Shadow Punch, which makes contact, so I took advantage of that and let it burn to death. And after that, I played it safe, stalled out any moves that could threaten my attackers. And once the field was clear, I started to let my Pokemon wriggle around like dumbass fish on land. One by one, I slapped the rest of her team with Struggle. Just raw recoil damage and flopping. And god damn it, it worked. Glacia was next, so I held off on restoring PP back to my Pokemon for now. If you can't tell, I don't have many water or ice resistances, but fortunately, Hariyama has thick fat, which helps a little bit. I went into the battle with one plan: struggle and pray. If Glacia missed enough blizzards, I had a shot. Wasn't much else to it. Just survive, struggle, swap, and hope the RNG was in my favor. And after a lot of failed attempts, I finally got the break I needed. A stupidly clutch blizzard miss from Walrein, and my crawfish, hanging on by a thread with his big meaty claw, finished the job. Yes! I don't want to get evicted. Drake ended up being weirdly the easiest. I led with Registeel since Shelgon always spams Rock Tomb trying to lower speed, and Clear Body blocks the speed drop. Struggle takes it down. Flygon number 1 got cleanly 1v1 by Skarmory, and Flygon number 2, Hariyama handled it, no problem. Salamence makes contact, so I let it burn to death. Same with Altaria, and for once, everything lined up. Adrenaline was kicking in, which meant there was only one challenge left. Steven, the champion of the Pokemon League. He'd seen my style of play in Fortree. He watched my journey across Hoenn. He saw me catch a big blue stinky fish in Sootopolis, and now he wanted to feel it for himself. To experience what I had endured, I restored just enough PP to stand a fighting chance, and I buckled up my pants After months of pain and failure, this was it. I was gonna show him everything I had. Skarmory only has contact moves. It only has contact moves. Oh god. Oh no. Imagine using Constrict on Metagross. That's what I'm afraid of. This should be Earthquake. This should be Thunder. What the fuck do I switch in for Thunder? There's 10 Thunders. That's a problem. I'm still alive. Look at it. We're at the champion. It's missing all of its Thunders. I just want to see how much damage it does. There it is. Wait, it doesn't do like anything. Cradilly's gonna use Ancient Power. I just need a good option to switch in for Thunder. I can't believe that we're actually matched up okay. It's just gonna sit here and use it. We're gonna stall this thing out. Wait a minute. Okay, we got it. There's 3 left. What can Skarmory do? Skarmory has Aerial Ace here. Armaldo's gonna use Water Pulse. Okay. That's getting close. It has Aerial Ace. We killed it. Burn. Okay. Okay. Chat, we got so close. Now, don't listen to me here. I was so wrong. This was the hardest battle of them all, and I just got lucky on my first attempt. Here's the thing about Steven. If Skarmory lands spikes or toxic, I lose on the spot. If Flame Body doesn't activate fast enough, I lose on the spot. If Aggron hits too many Thunders, I lose. If Ancient Power gets a boost on anything, I lose. If Meteor Mash boosts Metagross's attack, I lose. I spent an entire stream fighting Steven, and after almost 100 attempts, I felt no real progress, like we were getting nowhere. Sometimes I couldn't even play the game because Skarmory would open with spikes, losing me the game instantly. But chat wasn't losing hope, and neither was I. My biggest problem wasn't strategy. It was RNG, burn chances, crits, boosts, AI randomness. So if I couldn't control the luck, I had to play perfectly everywhere else. After that first stream, I couldn't sleep. I stayed up thinking through every mistake, every swap, every move, every guess. Something just felt weird about Steven. For some reason, none of his calls made sense to me, so I decided to stop guessing. I opened up PokeRuby's codebase and started breaking it down line by line. I studied how the AI made decisions, how switching worked, how move choices were scored. Then I built a Google sheet complete with formulas to model what each of Steven's Pokemon was likely to do against each of mine. I mapped out ideal switch patterns, flowcharted reaction plans based on team health, even wrote down the preferred order I wanted Steven's team to appear in, because I knew one thing was for certain. If Skarmory wasn't handled last, this fight was impossible. I spent 3 more hours trying, refining my document, running attempts, watching patterns, and on Whiteout 219, something felt different. Watch this. Watch this. I switch. I go to Sarah. See that? See that? See, that's prediction. That's prediction. That's learning. I'm gonna try something here. Wait, I don't have to try something. I'm in order. I'm in the normal order right now. So now we go back to Freeze and Fire. My calcs are all gonna be off now because Ancient Power. Because I'm level 70 and I have level 69s in my calcs. We got the burn. We're gonna go Crab. Crab is quite healthy, which is good. We're gonna hit with Crab. Only once. Timing is a bit bad. Honestly, we hit it again. And it dies. It dies here. It dies here. We don't take too much damage. Okay. That was a strong start. Look at how much damage we took from Armaldo. That was a really strong start. Aggron in. We're going to go Registeel. I want to see Thunder misses. We got a crit. That was the worst case scenario. Absolute worst case scenario, but it is what it is. We keep going. If we get a bunch of misses, then it won't matter. We didn't get it. It only does 7 damage at level 70. Wow. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're going to go Bro Pup because Bro Pup is really healthy right now. Crit. Kind of a bad crit. I don't want you in here. I'm going to go Skarm. Don't take it for granted. I don't want Crab here. Please don't be Skarmory. Don't be Skarmory. Good. This kill. Don't crit. Oh. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, maybe this works out. This might be okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Bro Pup. I'm just going to rip... I got another crit. That was a good struggle. That was a good struggle. Okay. The This might be more optimal if I get a burn really fast. I struggled. I should have thrown a ball. A ball would have been more optimal there. Ball would have been better play. Come on, please. Please burn. Okay. Skarmory. I gotta keep my Crawdon safe. Oh, I should have gone Registeel. I should have gone Registeel. Please be Claydol. Okay. Whew, okay, big save. Humongo save. I got the burn turn 1? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I want Registeel in. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Go Metagross. Go Metagross. It's gonna use Psychic. 100% chance of Psychic. If it doesn't use Hyper Beam with Crawdon, we have a chance. If it goes Earthquake here, we have a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance. It's gonna be close. I think I need a first turn burn. If I pull a first turn burn off a Meteor Mash, I can win. We're out of moves, by the way, on all of our mods. We have no constricts left on the team, which means if I have to stall, I have to remember to use Ultra Balls. There is a world where it uses Hyper Beam, and Hyper Beam hits our Magcargo and we lose. There's a world that uses Hyper Beam and misses, and we're fine. There's a world that uses Meteor Mash, and it misses. There's a world that uses Meteor Mash, it hits, it does not burn. There's a world that uses Meteor Mash, it hits, it does not burn, it gets an attack boost. That's a world we lose. And then there's a world where it uses Meteor Mash, hits, and burns. And I think that's the world we live in. We can win! We can win! We can win! We're in the world! We're in the world where we can win this! Hyper Beam does how much to Crawdon? We need to stall a turn. It does half. I need to plan this out perfect. I know we need to switch this turn. I have to play out of my mind right now. I live this as long as it doesn't crit. This might not work. Unless it sees a kill for some reason. Or it stays out of healing range. Did it use... Wait, did it use Hyper Beam? Did it use Hyper Beam, chat? There's one Mon left. And it's Skarmory. I need to get a burn before Toxic kills. I need to get a burn before Toxic kills me. If it sets up spikes, I mean, there's nothing we can do. We gotta get hit by Skarmory anyways. In fact, it raises our chance of getting hit by Skarmory. And we don't have to switch stall and lose health. I'm gonna hit it. Used Aerial Ace. We live. Imagine we crit there. Aerial Ace at most does 28. It can kill us. It kills us here. I should have switched. I should have switched. I should have predicted that. It's okay, but I should have switched. Please. Please. Oh! Oh! We switched to Skarmory. We switched to our own Skarm. Does he have a full restore? He has a full restore. Hang on. It's not over. He's guaranteed to use a physical move. I'm gonna throw a ball. Magcargo dies on a high roll. There's a 4 in 16 chance Magcargo dies here. We don't get a second chance. If it gets a low roll, then we get 2 tries. When I click that... I clicked the wrong move. Wait, I lived. Wait, I lived. Wait, I lived. Ah, I lived. Come on, please. We're throwing Ultra Balls. We're throwing Ultra Balls. Fuck you, Steven. Come on. Do not show me another full restore. Do not show me another full restore. I think we win. I think we win. I think we win. I think we're doing it, chat. I think we're doing it. This is so... Just end it. Just end it. Just end it. Just end it. Reggie Steele. We win. Pokemon Sapphire. Constrict only. I can't believe we did it. That was the hardest battle I've ever done. I couldn't believe it. Chat couldn't believe it. Pokemon Sapphire using Constrict only was finally done. Starting in March and ending in July. We finally did it. So Anani Orb, if that's your real name, am I crazy enough to beat Pokemon Sapphire using Constrict and Bubble? No. I am crazy enough to make it harder. And I wish I wasn't. This challenge f***ing sucked. So please, stop giving me suggestions to do things. Thank you. Bye-bye.